We've been making some great progress on Geo only, but today it's time to take that even further. It is currently Sunday, and as we all know, that means that everything is available for farming. Plus, our returning player bonus means that we get a couple double drops for resin each day. And I think that if we can max out some of these 5-star weapons, and by that, of course, I just meant all of the weapons, because for some reason, I thought that we had more than one 5-star weapon. That would be a very smart idea, because Itto's gives him more crit damage, and Shiori's would give her more crit damage as well, which we could see I already actually farmed all of this. So we'll go ahead, we'll max out Shiori's weapon first, because it is a 3-star, so it's pretty easy, and that puts her crit ratio at 87/193. So I'm just gonna do a little bit, probably a lot of farming for Itto's weapon. And I think we have enough. We need 4 of Narukami's Valor. Well, 6 in total, because I know someone's going to point that out, but 4 more. And we can indeed craft enough. However, we're also going to need the Rifthound drops and the Samurai drops. And if we take a look, we don't have many of those. Maybe what we'll do is we'll farm all of the domains that we need first, and then we'll start worrying about mob drops, and we can go into co-op if we need to. 4 golden shackles have been acquired. And actually, while we're at it, we can craft up the 4 goblets of pristine sea that we need. If their name wasn't right in front of me, I just would have called them cups. Then our Yunjin is going to want some of the spiky geometric rock things. The arrowsiderite, of course, I knew that. And as you could probably tell, I'm using Itto instead of Navia for once. The main reason for that is he's kind of usable. He could definitely use more crit rate. And as much as I love Navia, I was getting a little tired of pretty much only using her on this account. And since we got Itto's signature weapon for him in the last episode, I figured it was a perfect time for us to go ahead and start using him. We now have 4 chunks of arrowsiderite. Ooh, AR-54 and a golden drop. I still don't know if I want to run White Blind or Favonia's Greatsword on Noelle, but her White Blind is much closer to being maxed out, so we're gonna stick with that for now. Now, when it comes to the Traveler, I'm thinking it might be in our best interest to use a Favonia sword instead, which obviously means leveling up a sword from scratch, but I think it's just a better idea. And I say leveling it up from scratch because I thought that was going to be like a long process, but I pretty much had most of what I needed. Now the only issue is she has next to no crit, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about that for now. That would be something we can fix later. So with a bit more farming done, we do have all of the stuff that we need in terms of domains for the weapons. What we probably don't have is a lot of the mob drops and the ability to level all these up because I'm gonna run out of materials. So I think what I should do is focus the leveling on weapons that are more impactful. So that would probably be the Redhorn Stonethresher, and then maybe Navia's weapon, which of course means it is time to start hunting the enemies. And since we are gonna need a lot of these drops, I'm not even gonna rely on the in-game stuff because it doesn't show you everything. I'm going to the interactive map. We are going to farm every single Rifthound in the game. Oh, and also, I didn't mention it earlier, but we do have this event going on now, which looks like we get a free constellation for Goro. So we will absolutely be checking that out later. On the bright side, these enemies do seem very generous with their drops. And also, I'm very confused because I keep canceling this navigation, but every time that I take out the Rifthounds, it then shows me where the next ones are. Unless I'm going crazy, I swear I've canceled it 2 times already. Let's see if it does. Oh, it just did it again. I took out the Rifthound, and it automatically started navigating again. Is that a feature or is that a bug? You know, I kind of regret restoring this tree now because there were 2 of the Rifthounds that used to spawn here, but since we did this quest, they're no longer with us. I am actually punished for doing the world quests. That means this batch and Mondstadt are the last ones that we can farm for the day. We need a grand total of 25 more concealed talons. Also, I thought talons were on birds and claws were on wolves, so that's a little weird. Sucrose, I need you to pop off. That's not really popping off. Actually, do it here. Get us 3 extras and it'll be fine. Oh, she popped off. Thank you very much, Suk. Oh, right, we still need these. 18 18 famed handguards. That should be easy, right? We just do this. Sucrose again gives us 4 extras. That's pretty close. Oh, that's actually exactly what we needed. All right, well, that's another weapon maxed out. And this one I will be dumping our XP into for the crit damage. There is going to be a lot of crafting today. Sucrose is literally saving me so much. That is exactly what I needed. So I went through, crafted up all the stuff we're gonna need. The only drop I need to actually go farm are 3 more of these Sisson mages, which is significantly less than what I expected we'd have to be farming. But now we should have everything we need to level up ascend these weapons. We definitely don't have what we need to level them up. Prototype Amber is ascended. Favonius Warbow also ascended. You'll never guess what's about to happen. Oh, another weapon ascended. I'm sure you didn't see that one coming. Then the last one is Noelle's Wipeline. Then that is all of the weapons we are currently using max ascended. See, why can't they just leave every domain open every day? Because look at how much you can get done. Why do they have to lock it behind certain days of the week? Ooh, we actually just have barely enough to max another weapon though. So we'll do Navia's because we tend to use her a lot. And now all that we need to focus on are pretty much the boss drops and weekly boss drops, because we had previously already farmed all of the required talent materials to get all of their talents up to level 8. Though I'm sure that we are going to run into an issue with Mora very soon. You know a good way for us to get some Mora? We can go check out this event because it says we get Mora. But also, since we just claimed our adventure rank rewards, I realize we have 7 Acquaint Fates. So all I'm hoping for is a 4-star Geo character or refinements for any of the weapons we're currently using. We do see a purple. Can it be Geo? No, and I'm not using that. I mean, you could do the machine gun Goro build, and I guess Rust would be good for it, but I can't say I plan on doing that anytime soon. Hey, fun fact. Did you guys know that you're not able to record a video if you don't launch your recording software? I mean, I thought I knew that, but apparently I didn't. But it's okay. We just logged in. It's a new day and a new week for the game, which means we got to do all of our weekly bosses again. So all that you guys missed is we beat Senora, we beat Devalin, and then I had this like little funny bit with the unusual Hilichurl that you will now never see. And now we've taken out the wolf as well. So we can bring all of Itto's talents up to level 8, and we'll also give 1 more level to Noelle's burst. Then I'm thinking we'll use some of the dream solvents that we just got, and we shall bring Goro's skill up to level 8, because more defense equals more damage for Itto. Then because it's bothering me, I'm also going to bring the burst up to level 8. And yes, I know I've said it before, his normal attack, unless we do the machine gun build, is completely useless for us to level up. So I'm not going to do it now, but eventually we are going to be leveling it. There's not that many Geo characters, and ideally I would like to have all of their talents maxed. Well, okay, maybe not max, but like level 6 at least. Wait a minute. That was the first time I've shot something with Goro? I just had to make a quick detour to open some chests because we have a daily commission over in Mondstadt that requires you to use Animo, which I can't do. So for our last commission, I just had to do something else. With the daily commissions done, however, let's go make some Mora in that event. I'm also hoping that by this point, there's no more time gates on the event. Oh, wait, there's a music performance one? And they've added even more options. Well, you already know what I gotta do first. Hopefully, I've calibrated everything correctly. I'm gonna jump straight to pro. You know me. I forget how to play this, but you know me. We gotta do it on the highest difficulty every time, preferably with no mistakes. What? My hands are on the wrong keys. That doesn't count. Well, that's unfortunate. And just like that, all of the performances are done to the highest level perfectly. I would definitely say Neuvillette is the hardest in my opinion, but overall, that event felt much smoother than the previous instrument performance ones. In the past, they always just felt kind of off somehow, but that one actually felt good to complete. Oh, and we get the gadget now, which is kind of funny because I feel like I didn't hear this once during most of those songs. I gotta say that French horn, I'm assuming it's a French horn, is gotta be one of my favorite instruments in this game so far. But up next, it appears we have a deadly game of hide and seek. Here's one of the hiders. And in case it wasn't obvious, I am the seeker. So now we just kill it. Then we rinse and repeat. Speaking of hide and seek, actually, I think later today we're getting Wind Trace. I swear I read somewhere that on May 14th we were getting it. So as always, I definitely plan to make a video on Wind Trace because that is probably one of my favorite events in the game. I have to admit, I thought that this event was going to just be, you know, like a ton of dialogue and me trying to just spam through it quickly. But so far, I have enjoyed every part of this. Like just hunting for enemies, that's fine. And I always enjoy the instrumental parts. Now, the event wants me to find these guys, but I think there's two different kinds, and I went around and took out the ones that I know the locations of. But it still claims that I need a second one, so I'm wondering if they count this boss as one of them. Not that I really want to fight the boss, but if it works, then it works. It does count. Okay, well, that's good to know. I mean, I say it's good to know, but I don't know of another instance where I'm going to need to do that anyways. But I'm glad that it worked out. Now, we just need 3 of the star conches, 3 cocoa pearls, then 2 pictures of birds. Apparently those don't count as birds. Excuse me, sir. Do you count as a bird? No. Why does nothing count as a bird? New tactic. We hide our character. We zoom in. Oh, I have to do it like this, huh? Why can't I just use the gadget? Well, thanks to how much time I spent playing this game, I do know the locations of quite a few different birds. The hard part is not alerting these that I'm in the area. Oh, you know, Sai would be so good for this, but she's not Geo. Okay, this should work. Bada bing, bada bang. Birds have been photographed. I feel like the 2 photographs of cats should be pretty easy. Because here's cat number 1, and right next to it is cat number 2. And luckily, I do know the location of... Oh, well, I guess there's 2 dogs right here, but it only lets me count 1 of them. That's okay. I believe it is right over here that there's another. Where's the dude who's afraid of the dog? Oh, right over here. This guy. Thank you very much. Now, it seems like there's some other musical thing we have to do. Interesting. I mean, this is kind of easy. You're just matching the note that it plays. So how do I submit my answer? Confirm. Yes. Easy primogems. We could play it better than that. There are all of the instrumental playthroughs done. We can now submit a bunch of stuff, I guess. Oh, and it gives me more Mora. That is very good because we were Pora. But of course, we can't forget to claim the rest of this stuff and our free Goro constellation. That puts us 1 step closer to C6. But also C4 means that Goro can heal, so that would be really nice to get to. And now we have a musical number to listen to. Oh wait, I just realized I have to listen to Paimon sing. Excuse me, Lumion, aren't you supposed to be looking for your brother? Oh, you're letting me choose who's the oh, Itto. Easy. Oh, Minute. Oh, you got me so excited, Paimon. What's she doing here? Any event always becomes 100 times better when the Raiden Shogun... I know who she is. Don't offend me. How dare you think I don't know who she is? Dang, they're alluding to the big fight in the future. But I mean, if we got Raiden Shogun on our side, we're gonna win. I may have just a bit of a Raiden bias, but there is the event completely done. I think we got around 1,000 primogems, and we did get a decent amount of Mora. But of course, doing anything is going to very rapidly deplete that. I would like to go ahead and farm bosses so that we could start ascending characters, but due to our returning player bonus, it's probably smarter to farm ley lines right now because each day for 4 times we get to double whatever we get from the ley line. So essentially it's like free condensed resin. And I already know we are going to need so much Mora and XP books. Eventually, we definitely want to bring all these characters to 90. At first, I'm not so sure that I'm going to be worried too much about that other than maybe like the main damage dealers. But right now that is 8 characters that need to go from 80 to 90. On the bright side, I probably won't be leveling talents past 8 for a while. So all the Mora that we really need is just for ascending the characters. Maybe it's not that bad. In which case, let's go start farming some XP books. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty proud of myself. Because if you've watched Swords or Spells Only, you know that sometimes characters don't really get invested into. They kind of just sit untouched for a very long time. And obviously on this account, we got a lot of characters right around the same period of time because of the banners that we had. Obviously, we haven't farmed artifacts for everyone yet, which is a huge time sink. But I think that overall, the level of investment of these characters is kind of already higher than some of them on Swords and Spells. I guess after having all these accounts, I have finally learned the more efficient way of doing things. Now, to ascend all of these characters, we will need 86 boss drops in total. At the worst luck, that would be 1,720 resin. And if we divide that into 160, which is roughly what I spend in a day, that's about 10 to 11 days. However, if we high roll and we get 3 on every drop, then it's just over 7 days. So averaging that out, probably around 9 days. Of course, we could shorten that a little bit. Actually, if I used all of my fragile resin, I think we could do it in 1 day, which is kind of tempting, but I also kind of want to save the fragile resin for like when we get a new character so I could build them up faster. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide on that. Okay, 2 things. First off, it's the next day and we do indeed have wind trace. The other thing is I was doing this event on my main account and I realized I didn't actually do the highest difficulty because once you clear a song on the highest difficulty here, then it unlocks the one and only. And I just have to point that out because I know I said I completed the highest difficulty for all of them. And I know someone's gonna point it out if I don't. There's one more tier that unlocks after you finish pro. However, you get no rewards for it, so I don't need to spend extra time doing that when I have so much else I need to do. Like I mentioned before, with the weapons and talents aren't like done, but they're kind of done. We just need to farm a ton of boss drops. And you guys can let me know down in the comments if you want me to do a video where we just burn through our condensed resin and try to get as many boss drops as we can. Oh, that's gonna help a lot. Considering we will need 42 gemstones, I will happily accept every free one that the game wants to give me. And I mean, honestly, once we get these characters ascended and leveled up, then it finally becomes artifact time. With that being said, though, I hope you guys did enjoy, and as always, I will see you all next time.